Let's get into it. We're going to go over how you shoot a really short session, why I'm going to discourage you from giving away all your digitals with your booking fee, which emails you're going to send to automate those front-end sales, exactly how you're going to make that back-end sale, and then the one way that is really going to get you the bookings this year. So let's talk about that short session. If you've been shooting longer sessions, you're going from like 45 minutes and you're contracting it all the way down to like 15 or 20 minutes for your mini session, it can feel a little nerve-wracking, and you might have the question of like, how do I get a whole session done that my clients feel is like complete and good in this short amount of time? All right, there's actually one thing that I would tell you, and it kind of solves everything, and that is that the shorter your session is, the less you need to change your walking footprint. So, good example, when I shoot my Santa sessions, I book those at 5 minutes each, which sounds crazily short, but I am essentially shooting one setup. So I've got trees, I've got Santa, and I've got a bench. And yes, I do get a ton of variety, detail shots, close up, far away, but the amount of like real estate that I'm covering with my feet is like this teeny tiny little crescent, right? So I like go around them this way and then come back this way and then back up a little bit and then get a little bit forward. So on a 5-minute session, it actually starts to feel a little long. I'm actually at the end of 5 minutes, I'm like, I don't know that I like have anything else to shoot. So oddly enough, it can feel like plenty of time. So if you're doing like a 15 or 20 minute session, I would say you can map out like a loop around a park or like a straight shot up and down like a fence or something. But I would encourage you to go out and practice that for the exact amount of time that you have. And if you're feeling like it is taking you a little bit too long, all you need to do is zap up the space that you're covering. So maybe you were going all the way down the fence. Maybe you just need to go halfway down the fence. Or maybe you were going like the full loop around the park. Maybe you're just going to do half the loop. So the shorter your session is, the less your feet move, and it will save you every time. So that said, you need to pick a good location that'll allow you to do that. And the only way to know that is to go out and practice. In fact, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I found this like courtyard that was hidden in like an office plex. But the courtyard was cool, and it had like a great wall, textural wall next to it, and some steps that my family could sit on. And so I was just like, to my database, I was just like, who wants to come shoot with me for free? And so this family showed up, and I'm planning on using that location for mini sessions, but it took me an hour and a half with them. It took me an hour and a half to shoot them, because I was really testing like, how far can I go? Where do I need like off-camera light? Can I shoot this all natural light? Now that I've done that, I have it, and I'm like, bink, bink, and bink. Here are our 3 stations. They're really close together. I know exactly what I'm going to shoot on each one. And so done, right? Thing number 2 for running this smooth mini session season is that you're not going to give away all the digitals. What you're going to do on the back end is you're going to send a series of emails that encourage the sale. All right, so what are you going to do? You're going to talk about products. You're going to talk about the deadline. You're going to talk about all this stuff in those emails that go out on the back end, and you're going to make sure that you sell digitals, products, prints through that gallery. Or if you're really an extrovert or you like the idea of in-person sales, incidentally, I am an introvert and I loved in-person sales. You are going to go sit with them, and you're going to talk through what they could get and how they will use this stuff in their house or what will be in their album. So that is the main reason that you do not want to give away all the digitals, is that you don't want to stop your sale at that booking price. You want to encourage more spending later. All right, so to do that, you're going to automate all those emails that send out in your gallery, or automate the emails that you need that send out to your clients after your sale. And you're going to automate all the emails that you need to encourage booking ahead of time. So as we speak right now, I have probably sent out 1, if not 2 emails per week since May. with the idea of mini sessions in them. Not all of those said, buy my mini session. A lot of them were just like, here's this cute session that I shot. I call them session shares. And I just say, here's where we were. This is what we were doing. It was so fun. This family did this. The little boy did that. And then I have a button that says, book a mini session. So I've been talking to them all summer. If you haven't been talking to them all summer, please don't worry. Now is the time to start. Don't let any grass grow beneath your feet. Go ahead and get in there. And don't worry, you'll do it next year. This year, there's plenty of time to book up your mini sessions. All right, and then the last thing that I want to say, which is sort of like the heart of the matter, this is what actually gets you your bookings every single year, is email list building. Now, we are in a trust recession, which means that like 10 years ago, 15, 16 years ago when I started, it was much easier to talk to people on the internet and have them be like, oh, you seem like a nice person. I'll hand you my email address, or I'll buy something from you, or whatever. Now it's a little bit different. You do have to build trust with people before they really are like ready to buy with you. So the way that you do that as a photographer is you get them onto your email list and you start talking to them, just like I'm telling you, and warming them up to the idea that like you're a real person, you have kids or you don't have kids, or you love to travel, or whatever it is about you that you want them to know. Just start getting to know them over email and showing them your work. How do you do that? How do you get them on your email address list? I will tell you this. You may or may not like it. For photographers, email address list building, because we're a local business, I have always found that it is actually pretty hard work, but very worth it to get out there and do it the hard way. So what's the hard way? The hard way, let's talk about the easy way first. The easy way is like you run an ad that goes to a landing page and then they give you their email address in exchange for something. Now, I am still doing that. Like I still have ads running that pop people over to my email address list and they're coming into me that way. However, I have found as a local business that when I list build in a way that is hyper local or already connected to the networks that I am in, the people that come to me, that come to my list, are actually more likely to book me. Now, this is a little anecdotal. I actually don't have stats on this, but I've done it for so many years in a row that I've now recognized the pattern. So here are some examples. I have run giveaways with local businesses. And in general, when the giveaway is in my target market, so that boutique, clothing boutique, is in a neighborhood where I'm already shooting clients and I want more clients in that neighborhood, people do tend to see new clients come in right after that giveaway. And I'm like, oh, I don't recognize that name, which is always a great feeling. People are always, I'll say like, oh, I got a booking today. And my friends will be like, who is it? And I'm like, I don't know. So that's actually a great feeling, because you're like, I reached somebody new. Okay, so that, or I love to shoot for free. So I'll coordinate with like a school or another business or a play group or a soccer team or something. And I'll just say, I would love to come do this for you. And I'm going to give you a gallery of the images and your parents can download them for free. So my payment for that is actually email addresses coming to my list. So once you are in network and you're becoming a trusted quantity in that community, your fellow photographers may be like, oh my God, you're so good. Why are you shooting for free? And in your mind, you're like, oh, I'm not shooting for free. I'm shooting for email addresses because I know if I have 300, 1,000, 2,000 people on my email address list, a percentage of those are going to book me and will become my client. So if you know this, and if you start getting out there, in fact, you know what? I'm going to make a whole video about this, about email address list building. If you are getting out there in this way and like feet on the pavement, doing it the hard way, then who comes to you is going to be quality, and those will be people that book you. That's it for today. If you haven't met me before, my name is Kate Byers, and every single day and week I drop these videos. And right now I'm dropping a ton about mini session season because that's what's coming up for me in the fall. And I know that you might want to know how to do this fall, maybe for the first time or in a better way. So subscribe and you will see my next video on mini sessions, and I'll see you tomorrow.